Hey, welcome to Main Pod Girl, a podcast made by Popheads for Popheads. Every episode, we'll be diving into all kinds of pop culture topics with some of our favorite artists and music commentators. I'm your host, AJ Marks.
And I'm your guest co-host, Queen of Sweating Like a Ham, Riri. Please tell me you've seen Love on the Spectrum.
Wait, no,
Please.
sorry, but what was that?
Girl, no, Love on the Spectrum. I love Connor. He is the funniest person.
Queen of Sweating Like a Ham.
And he lives in Atlanta, and during one of the episodes, he goes,
Took me out.
I'm sweating like a ham. And it's an earworm for me.
And it really resonated with you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, because it's humid here in the summer, so.
Anyway, we got to introduce you, the mystery voice that you're hearing with hits like Australian top 10 single, I Love You Always Forever, and viral smash, Somebody Loves You. This artist has been making a big footprint on the music industry. She's toured with Katy Perry, Kesha, Kylie Minogue, and if you ever have an extra ticket to one of her concerts, take me when you go. From Broadway to the Valley, she's had her hand in everything, including playing Persephone in Hades Town, hosting the Amazon Prime reality show, The One That Got Away, and acting in the film Unpregnant. No better time than Pride Month to introduce one of my all-time favorite artists, Betty Who.
Wow. That was really nice. That was smoothly done, AJ. I see you.
Thank
I see what
you.
you're doing, what you're working with. Oh my God, my hiccups, they're still here.
Oh, wait, really? Oh,
Oh my God,
no.
no.
So let's start off with what we're listening to. Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna take this one.
All right.
Get
Gotta
into
give
it,
a
Sarah.
shout out. Gotta give a shout out to my girl Chloe Keisha. We have been looping The Boys like it is just my lifeblood.
Not actual boys, the song The Boys.
Yes.
Yes.
No men. No actual boys. No, not here. Not on Main Pod Girl, please.
Breathe.
Sorry, AJ. No, The Boys off the Modern Romance EP. Love.
I love that next song that I just found. You know, sometimes Spotify says, "Hey, we think you'd like this," and usually I go, "No, I wouldn't." And this time I said, "Yes, I would." It is the new Mariah Carey song, "Type Dangerous."
Ooh, okay.
Have you
Yeah,
heard it yet?
it's
It
new.
is giving. It's new. It's giving the Honey soundtrack in a way that I can't quite explain to you how much it excites me. I was on the elliptical listening to this at the gym 2 days ago, and I sent it to all my friends. I was like, "Woo, sis, get into this." So that's what I'm listening to is Type Dangerous by Mariah Carey.
I love it. Her best song in years, I gotta say. What I'm into right now, David Archuleta is putting out some great music.
David.
Song called Can I Call You?
It's fucking
Sounds a
gold.
little Troye Sivan, but a little bit more like R&B-ish. Ooh,
Okay.
so good. And there's one part where he's like, I can make you feel good, make you feel that good would. And it's like, ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
he said
That's-
that good would.
Yeah,
Hashtag Pride Month.
He is
Hashtag
really embracing it. Wow,
He
we've
is,
come a
yeah.
long
And
way.
it's just every single I listen, you know those songs where you listen to the whole song just for that one part? Like I was
Yeah.
recording a song once where the producer was like, I was like, oh, I love that part. Like, let's put that in all the choruses. And the producer was like, no, fuck that. He was like, that ad lib is staying in that one chorus. Like
Yeah.
that is not like you gotta
Re-listenability. Yeah.
just for that one part, because otherwise, you know, people are gonna get sick of it. And I was like, so true. So now I listen to
So true.
certain songs and I'm like, oh, it's that one part. The
It's that
reason
one
that's
part,
only in there
yeah.
once is so you
Are
listen
you
to it
both
properly.
ad-lib girls where like you memorize the ad-lib of the
Mhm.
song, like instead of the second chorus, you're singing all of the whoa in between all of the lines? Like
Yeah, I do
that's
that with
me and
your
my-
songs.
Oh,
Yes.
because you know that I'm an ad-lib. Because I grew up as an ad-lib queen in the car.
Yes.
Now when I'm making records,
yes.
I'm like, cool, what's the ad-lib track?
Kesha?
Exactly. That's the part you look for. You're like, okay, let's lay down the main vocals
Yeah, and
so that we can
then-
get to the ad libs and make it like a song.
Yeah. And like, let's really figure this out. Yeah.
We were just talking
Yeah.
about this with Maris yesterday.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. A fellow
Another
ad-lib
ad lib
queen.
queen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know Kesha's having a moment right now with Your Love Is My Drug and, you know, the whole TikTok
So
trend.
I got a question. Yeah.
So good.
Yep. That's it for me. Yeah.
Do I make your heart beat like an 808 drum?
Yeah.
Is
always.
my love your drug? Because she's been saying your love is my drug, and then the bridge is really an exploration into the feelings that are mutually explored is she's the philosopher of our time. I was such a Kesha stan in college.
Mm.
Me and my roommates at the time were like had decided like I think me and every other like millennial freshman at the time was making in Boston, in fact.
Mhm.
Um, I
Berkeley
remember she
hours.
played, yep, and we would like listen to her songs and go out to Alston and we had like rips in our tights and we would put glitter everywhere and we were like Kesha rats for our freshman year of college for real, for real. And the song Steven is one of those that has some real weird lyrics in it. Speaking of, I like your
Yes.
beard. But it was so
Yep.
crazy. I remember going on tour with her for the first time and being like, whoa, this is like freshman me because she's so like lovely and I love spending time with her. And I'm like, oh, that's my friend. And it's so funny to like
Oh,
sometimes I shoot back into my my freshman Kesha rap body and I'm like,
I will never forget. I went to a Kesha concert. It was House of Blues.
I
Actually,
literally remember the concert you're talking about, which is so
I
crazy.
Oh,
yeah, I was in general, and someone was throwing glitter bombs. And when I tell you, I did not realize how foully glittered I got at this Kesha show until I ran. It was when the Bar Louie was still across the street. I ran
Oh,
to the Bar Louie. I was like, gotta pee before I go home, whatever. Run over there. I stand up from sitting on the toilet. Silver glitter, a ring of silver glitter. I was
nice.
if
shook.
you
I
didn't
was
leave it,
shook.
someone else would have,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Kesha herself, because she used to, I think she said she used to like bathe in alcohol and glitter
Yeah,
and body
that
glitter.
sounds like something she would do.
It
Yeah.
doesn't sound healthy, but you know what? She did it for the art. She's a
She
martyr.
looks amazing.
She does, truly.
Yes, she does.
So before we jump into some questions,
Yeah.
let's start off with something fun. I did this last week with the Ting Tings, introduced this new game called Know Your Wiki. So
Oh.
we're gonna ask you a
Oh,
couple
okay.
multiple choice questions about your own
Mm.
Wikipedia page and see if you've been
Yeah.
stalking yourself.
Okay.
All
Wow.
right.
Let's find out.
So do you want to win this game? Who knows?
I don't know. I don't know how inaccurate the page is. To be honest with you, I haven't been on in a long time. I know that I don't like the pictures they use of me on there, but that seems to be out of my control. So that's about all I know about my Wikipedia page. So hit me. Let's find out together. Yeah, okay, so hit me with your questions. Hit me.
Sure. So, first one, which of these sections is listed on your Wikipedia? We have controversy,
Ooh.
tours, starting off hot, right?
Ooh.
Filmography, and personal life.
My guess was going to be tours, but I heard personal life, and that sounded probably very Wikipedia-y. So I'm going to lock in D, personal life.
Are you
You
sure?
would be correct.
Oh,
It
it's
is
too late.
personal
It's too
life.
late to see if I'm sure, Sarah.
Yeah, it's personal life. I think it's so funny because personal life sometimes is literally just like, this is when she came out. And then
Yeah.
that's it. It's just one sentence of, this is who her husband is. This is when she
It's
came out.
probably, yeah, she married Zach Assar, and that's probably my entire personal life section.
Yeah, that's all we know about anything that doesn't relate to work.
Yeah.
So your next question, which of your albums is mentioned the most? Is
Mm.
it Take Me When You Go, The Valley, Betty, or Big?
I think it's probably Take Me When You Go because I feel like that's the one that really connected everybody. The Valley is my close second, but I think I'm gonna go original.
You're correct, but I'll give you the numbers here. Take Me
Oh
When
yeah,
You Go was
please.
11 times. And in
Hmm.
second place was Betty with 10 times. And The Valley, and I didn't count when it just mentioned your name, like it was only
Yeah, yeah,
italicized
sure.
Betty. And I didn't count the EP too. And then in third place is The Valley was 6
Mm.
times.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like on the streets out here in the world, people are like, Take Me When You Go is very important, but people really bring up the Valley to me. I think it's like because I'm such a pop fan at heart, and the Valley is really like my best attempt at like a big major label pop record. I really wanted that, and that I think is the closest thing to what that is. And so I hear a lot of made pod girls reference the
Yeah.
Valley to me. So that was why it was my second guess. But yeah, Take Me When You Go. That's the one that got everybody in.
Hmm. So, third wiki question. So, which of
Mm.
these things are not mentioned anywhere on your Wikipedia page? We have Glee, we have Home Depot, we have the COVID-19 pandemic, and we have Jamie Lee Curtis.
Ooh, that's odd.
I love this question.
I'm torn between the last two because I did some like pandemic shows where I was online. And I reference Jamie Lee Curtis a lot, particularly in her film Perfect, which is one of the references for the Blow Up My Candle video. But I don't know. I'm gonna say it's Pandemic. I think Pandemic's not in there.
It's actually Glee that's not in there.
Wow, I need to update this page.
Yeah.
I'm gooped, I'm gagged. Wow, yeah, I know. And I just revisited this with a pod crossover, and that's what you missed. I was just talking about the episode of Glee that Somebody Loves You was on, and how crazy that was. Also, me as a Gleek, that was a big,
Mhm.
that was a big moment.
So now we're looking for someone that is mentioned on your Wikipedia. Which of these artists are mentioned on your Wikipedia? Is it Lana Del Rey,
Mm.
Addison Rae, Tate McRae, Hot
Mm,
Shell Ray, Billy Ray
mm.
Cyrus, Carly Rae
Oh,
Jepsen, or Ray?
Ray. All the Rays. Those are
Gotta
seven
get all of
options I would
them.
like to say. I'm gonna say it's Hot Shell Ray is mentioned.
You get a second choice because we did
Okay.
give you so many options.
Also, do you care to explain yourself as to why that's
No, I feel like that makes
I
sense.
really don't have an answer for who. They're the only people that I knew on the list. I can't imagine it's Billy Ray Cyrus. Do you know what I
It's
mean? I
not.
would be surprised if it was. I don't know. Tell me. I plead the fifth.
Carly Rae. It's a quote
Oh.
I think that compares Somebody Loves You to Call Me Maybe,
Oh.
something like that.
Okay, it wasn't okay. I have met Carly Rae, I think very briefly, a moment or two, and God love her. God love her, what a song. Call Me Maybe. And my favorite, Run Away With Me. That is like ultimate pop song,
love?
Euphoria. God bless. Wow, you guys really schooled me on my Wikipedia page. I got a couple right.
50-50,
Just tanked
50-50.
it. Yeah.
Yes. So we were telling you about how we saw you on tour the other night. That
Oh yeah,
was
I'm so yeah. Did you have fun?
incredible.
Tell me thoughts. Were there numbers specifically you loved? I would love notes if you have any, please. I'm an open book.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Sweat goes off live,
Yeah.
Sweat
which
goes off, right?
Mhm.
we knew that it would, but we have the confirmation now, and that's why I
Yeah,
say this.
yeah. Thank you. I'm really excited about that one. Thank you. Thank you.
I was thinking maybe there would be a new song
You
thrown
know
in
what's
there.
funny? We debated this.
Hmm.
I have really mixed feelings about playing songs that nobody knows at a
Mm.
show.
Yeah.
And I think it's really hard to nail. And I think if you're in front of fans who really want to see you every night, then that's easier. But because I was doing a lot of festivals this run, I was
Mm.
like, I don't want to build this show and then get out there and do a song that no one knows to a group of people who already don't know me. And then they're like, play Free Bird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my kind of long-winded way of saying there probably could have been and should have been. We're putting a new song out in July, so you'll be hearing it
Oh,
then.
Okay. All
do we
right.
get any spoilers? Do we get any hints?
I will say this. I have never done a song and had the producer I'm working with tell me that it's giving Winifred Sanderson of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus.
Love.
Wait.
But there's a part in the bridge where I was doing it, I was performing it, and he was like, it's giving Winifred Sanderson. And I was like, whoa.
That's never happened to you before?
That's never happened to me before, not a day in my life.
Okay, well, join the club.
I know. So now it's third single is giving Ms. Winnie.
I love that.
Miss Bet, unfortunately. Well, I guess fortunately, I should be so lucky, really.
Fortunate.
Is
Yes.
there
Yeah.
a cackle in it? Like what?
You're gonna find out, that's what I'll say. Okay. It's not a cackle, but it is a
Yeah.
it's a tone of voice.
Oh my God, I'm so ready.
It's really silly. I'm trying to be a little bit sillier. I'm trying to be a little bit goofier. I just think of myself as the numero uno goose out there, you know what I mean? And I think I spent so long trying to figure out how to like make people think that I was cool. And the realization that I'm ultimately not at all is actually probably the thing that is making it fun again for me to make music. So the next song that's coming out is pretty silly goose energy, which I'm excited and also fearful of.
Oh,
Good. I
Yeah.
think that Sweat is like one of the most unique songs in your discography. So I'm
I agree.
I'm
Mm.
excited for a
Hmm.
couple things to be like, okay, hold my beer.
Thank you. That was Sweat was a That's a 50-50 jammer too, a 50% pub. But me and Danon, who is the producer and other writer on that song, he and I like locked ourselves in a studio, and I was just let's get super wild and weird and do some crazy stuff and see if it feels too crazy. And I have a friend who gives me a lot of really good advice, who's been in this music business for as long as I have, and I am always like crying on his shoulder, being like, "What do I do?" And he was like, "What's crazy is that you think that you're making crazy stuff, and then you're going to put it out, and everyone will be like, sounds like a Betty Who song." And you'll be like, "Oh, the thing that I thought was like the biggest swing in the world. Like, I almost didn't put Sweat out because I thought it was too crazy. I was like, it's so
No.
weird and crazy." And my manager was like, "You're the only person who doesn't like this song. It's nuts."
Do you like it now?
Of course, I'm obsessed with it now. It takes often building the number live, and that like
Hmm.
shows tells me if I like a song or not. And when a song goes really, really hard live, it becomes my favorite number. And now, as you said, you're the one who said it. It wasn't me. You said it. Sweat goes pretty hard live, and now I'm like, oh, I love this song. Wow.
Like I agree with AJ in saying that it's definitely like the most, oh my God, like out just like
Whoa.
outstanding, different, yeah, in your discography.
Whoa.
But
Yeah.
that said, I felt the exact same way about Look Back when it came out
Oh my
back in the day.
God.
And I love
Wow.
her.
I
So
love her too. I have such a strange relationship with cutting songs because I am a songwriter and I love to write my own songs. And I heard the song Look Back. Actually, someone reached out to me. I think it was one of the writers reached out to me and was like, I think you should cut the song. And it was a writer I really loved. And I was like, okay. Sometimes I just feel so outside of my skin, like wearing somebody
Hmm.
else's skin when I'm singing a song that I didn't write. Language was one of those as well, from Betty. I love that song. And I cut it because my friend who wrote it was, I think, had bounced around a little bit and nobody seemed like they were going to cut it. And I was like, well, I'll cut it. I love this song. I think it's amazing. It's just like excellent top tier pop. And it's so fun to perform, but there is a level of, it's hard for me to drop into them. I always maintain that if I heard a song that I was like, I have to sing that song, I would. But I'm still only just like exploring the reaches of my own, now I'm trying to be less formulaic and more kooky crazy. And that's how something like Sweat happens. I'm like, oh, I gotta like explore myself more as well. What an untapped well.
So these new singles kind of seem like they're ramping up to like a
Mm,
big sister album, like a sister album for big sister. No, no pun intended there.
sure. No, I was with you. I liked it.
I'm gonna put it bluntly, Betty. Are they?
Are they?
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely headed somewhere. I think to be honest with you, I don't know where that is currently. I am
Okay.
making music and it's not like I have 12 songs that are on a hard drive, album finished, where now releasing singles. I am trying something new and crazy where I finish a song and I put it out. So we mastered Sweat like 8 weeks before you heard it, like wrapped it,
wow.
um, shot the video 6 weeks before the song came out. Like everything is like I just wrapped the single that's coming out in July. We just mastered it literally last week and it's coming out in about a month. So it's
Oh,
like
I love that.
the turnover is very quick. I think it might be an EP situation leading into a larger album. That's the vibe that I think we're settling on is
Mhm.
like let's just do to be honest with you, I'm trying to really pursue sustainability in an independent artist's career and life
Yeah.
because I have yet to find that. And I have had a really like unpleasant experience with a label. I've had a really great experience with a label. I've had some okay relationships with distributors. And now I'm just trying to figure out it's like sometimes I look around and I do think that there's no possibility for me to break through without the help of a label. Like it's just there's so many access points that I don't have access to because I'm not signed currently. Um, but I also don't make any, I don't know how to live when I'm signed and I'm giving away the ownership to the thing that I make that is actually probably the only thing that's ever going to make any money. Like, I Love You Always Forever has almost 100,000 streams and I on Spotify alone, and I don't see money for that song because RCA owns it and
Mm.
Donna Lewis has 100% of the publishing. So I'm just like trying to figure out, and this new music is like both a creative exploration, but also I'm trying to own my music now. And so each song that I'm putting out moving forward in the next year and a half, it's going to be owned and like produced by me and put out into the world completely independently and with the intention to be playing a long game. So it's like my dad the other day was like, "How are the numbers looking for Sweat?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what good for me is. I can't
Mm,
look around and look at Billie Eilish putting out a record, and a week after it's out, every single song on the entire album has like 68 million streams.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's not useful for me
right.
to compare myself to. So I'm just trying to sort of set the new norm and have the base of that be that I'm standing on my own 2 feet, kind of like confidently for the first time. I've explored being independent before this, but it's kind of been half in, half out. And now we're really doing it. So yeah, I'm hoping that I think it will be leading into an album. I would like to say next summer. I'd like to be going on some tours next summer. I'd like to be playing shows. I love playing shows and performing. It's when I feel like I'm doing the thing that I'm meant to be doing.
Mm.
So we're on a runway. I have yet to, the whole picture has yet to be make itself clear to me yet, but I think a lot of the rest of my year will be spent in the studio.
Awesome. Yeah, and there, I mean, establishing a new baseline for yourself and what to expect and how to grow from there. I mean, there's a lot of like impatience that can come from that. Like,
1,000,000%. I talked to so many people who are in my position who are like working artists. It is frustrating to be at this place a little bit where I look around and I'm like, wow, like there's a lot of me that feels like I'm starting all over again because I like stepped away for a year and a half and now it's like basically like no one's ever heard of me before. And I'm like, okay, whoa, I thought I was humble enough, but I guess I'm gonna get humbled some more. But I do think that it's like everybody that I talk to, it's like the cycle of poverty that musicians can be stuck in when you
Mm.
are bouncing from label to label and like paying for everything yourself when the label's not around. And it's really, especially in today's day and age, it's not easy to sustain. And I'm trying to sustain. I really want to do this at a high level, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Without having to rely on other people who ultimately break their promises. That's been my experience.
That's also the
yeah,
like catch 22 of being a pop star is like it's hard to be a pop star now in the way that like Britney Spears was in like
Yeah.
1998 because it's like labels and everything like they all look for you to have that traction
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
but it's tricky to be making pop at like a high level like you said without
The resources.
it's a big catch 22.
Yeah, and I think, it's really easy to look around and be like, how am I supposed to compete when everybody else has so much money or everybody else has so much? It's like I relate to stories I hear about athletes who like don't grow up with money and they're
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to like stay in the sport when their parents are paying for all of these overtime, classes and tutors and all these things. And I do feel, I mean, I think we're ultimately everybody who works on my team is like in it for the long haul and we're scrappy.
Mm.
But it's like you just invest and you invest and you invest and you hope one day it's going to pay off. And I think the sort of my idea in my head of like what that looks like is so different now. Now I'm like just trying to one day be able to like live in LA and not worry about the cost of living. It's
Mm.
like expensive to live in the city where my industry is. It's just crazy. It's just a crazy time, you guys.
unprecedented times. They never
Unprecedented
stop.
times. Yeah. So my heart, I feel like my heart, all I'm saying all of this is because my heart goes out to people and anybody who's like trying to stay in the thing that they love and like watching bills pile up around them and
Mm.
sort of trying to figure out how to maintain some kind of promise you make to yourself about the thing that you want to go do. That's what I'm really trying to figure out. And hey, if I figure it out along the way, I'll let everybody know.
There you go. So we have another game for you. It's a little trivia
Please.
segment called Pop Quiz.
Oh,
I
okay.
just I knew you would love something like this. It's inspired by the UK card game Tension. How this works is we're going to give you a theme, and you're going to have to guess as many things as you can that fit that category. And you get a point for each thing that you name that counts.
Okay.
I'm already going to tell you that this category has 77 right answers. So
Okay.
just as many things as you can think of. I will start the timer as soon as you say the first thing.
All right, all right, all right. Your category is Max Martin US top 10 hits.
Hit me, baby, one more time. I'm
Uh-huh.
excited again. As long
Yep.
as you love me, everybody. I'm in the Backstreet catalog now. Go back to Britney. He did Stronger. He did. He did. It's My Life by Bon Jovi. He did. There are other. NSYNC. It's gonna be May, and he did Bye Bye Bye, and he did. I think. I don't think he's on Celebrity, but I do think he's on Pop. And he's and how much time do I have left on the clock?
23 seconds.
Oh, that's a lot of time. Okay. Is Genie in a Bottle a Max Martin song?
No.
No. Thank you. I love to be humbled. But there are
You asked.
I did. There are there are Christina songs. I'm skipping Christina. Wow, I'm starting to my pits are getting warm. Let me think.
Y'all, she's sweating.
I am.
You can't see her, but she's sweating.
Hashtag sweat.
And your time is
now
up.
My mind is going blank. Okay, I'm proud of the Bon Jovi pullout because everything else was really living in one world. How many did I get in total?
So you
Four.
named a lot of the hits. Some of them weren't top 10 hits,
They're not
including the
top
Bon
10.
Jovi one, but the Bon Jovi one was
Fuck.
great.
It's My Life wasn't top 10 in the US.
I don't think so, no. So you got Everybody by the Backstreet Boys, 2 Britney Spears songs, Baby and Oops.
Yeah.
And you got It's Gonna Be Me for a total of 4.
Bye 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 wasn't top 10?
That's what I'm saying too. Because
I'm confused.
I could have sworn, but it's actually because he didn't work on Bye Bye Bye. You got a lot from like one specific, like his first
I know.
like era.
I really was.
But there's a lot of Ariana Grande. I think she has
Sure, of
10
course
songs
there
with
is.
him that went
Wow.
top 10.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He has the
Of
one
course.
Adele song, the one Adam Lambert song, What Do You Want From
Yeah.
Me?
Oh,
You Drive Me
Mhm.
Crazy, 3, Hold It
that would have
Against
been
Me.
a good one. Yeah.
Domino Bang Bang, Beauty and a Beat.
Beauty and a Beat, I did. I was like, I think it's because the Max that I grew up on is only from that genre of pop that I didn't expand myself through to. I mean, they're Kesha songs. We were just discussing.
Yes,
Anyway,
there were.
wow.
Well, I think the only
so
one that
many
counts
Katy.
is Blow, but there are 12 Katy Perry songs.
Yeah. Because
Kelly
Hershey had
Clarkson.
5 #1 hits. Yeah, a lot of
Taylor Swift.
My Life
The
Would
Weeknd.
Suck Without You.
Yes. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. 5.
There's 10 Ariana songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet there
2
is.
Robin songs.
Well, yeah, of course, but not
Would-
Dancing on My Own.
Not Dancing on My Own. It's
Crime.
Do You Know What It Takes and Show Me Love.
Oh, I love Show Me Love.
Yes.
Show Me Love Bops.
Wow, that's so.
And then Pink. Yeah.
Of course. Oh my God. So
Just-
what? All of
he's
those songs.
You could have named any song in the world.
I know. I got nervous. I got nervy. Also, top 10 is hard because I would have bet my life savings on the fact that It's My Life and Bye Bye Bye. Or I guess if he didn't work on Bye Bye Bye.
I
But,
would have absolutely said Bye 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 had
same.
you quizzed me on
I mean,
it.
it's the Swedes still. You know,
That might have
it's
been my
like
first one.
They all
My
live in a house
first
together,
choice.
basically. You know, but
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. Wow. I've let you, and I've let myself down.
No,
and I'm
because
sorry.
I
to the
will
Main
say
Pod
that
Girl podcast.
I will say that most people only get like 3, 4, or 5. So in this
I know,
game.
but I want it to be special and important, and it should have been at least 8. That was what I should have had.
Okay, so for our last part of the show, we're gonna do our top 5.
Oh yeah.
And so we all prepared our top 5 Britney Spears songs.
Thank you for picking Britney for me. I know that that's clearly it's the only Max Martin songs that I could bring to mind about 10 seconds ago. So clearly, it's on the brain.
We grew up in the same era, so it only makes sense that would be your intro to Max, much like it was ours. So
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, number 5, counting down,
yes.
is I Want to Go from Femme Fatale.
Banger.
That.
Mhm.
Love that.
That record was seminal for me. I had to include something from Femme Fatale. That was the album that came out when I was at Berkeley. And my producer, who made my first 2 records, Peter Thomas, my best friend, and I spent hours listening to Femme Fatale and Teenage Dream because those were the 2 biggest pop records at the time that were out. And they taught us everything that we wanted to know about music of the time. And so that is why
Both Bonnie McKee projects. Shout out Bonnie McKee.
I ride for Ms. McKee. I can't.
Okay, when are we
tell
getting
you.
a collab?
Probably soon. She and I just talked about this. Probably
Wait,
soon.
really?
Yeah, for real.
Oh my god, I love that.
No, I love
I'll have
her.
to talk
and
about this with her.
Independent queens must stand together, and she is independent and really putting her whole posts into it, and I have to stand, I have to respect, I have to show up and be like, yeah, we should do something together. So it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of. Okay. At number 4, Piece of Me from Blackout.
Yes. Okay.
Blackout bangs.
I miss American Dream since I was 17. You know, it's
Mm.
like, I also think that even including Femme Fatale feels a little like against Britney's wishes. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
everything post Blackout to me feels like this spooky, like put her in a wig and put her on stage conservatorship energy.
Yes.
But Femme Fatale was the seminal. So I'm going to say number 3 is Stronger. It's going to be Stronger.
Stronger. Love that.
Than Yesterday.
Yep. Number 2
Uh-huh.
is going to be, I love the song. I ride for the song. I cover it sometimes. I think it's a Max Martin song, Born to Make You Happy.
Born to Make You Happy.
Ooh,
First album.
Is that a
Born
Max
to Make
Martin
You
song?
Happy.
Let's see.
Yeah.
That's your love. I was born to make you happy. No. Carlson. Same as Bye Bye Bye.
It is.
Andreas Carlson.
And Christian
And
Linden.
Christian London. Same team.
Guys.
Those
what do
boys.
we we have a new Max Martin on our hands.
We do. From 2000.
Hey, wake up. New Max Martin just dropped.
And in the number 1 spot is What It's Like to Be Me from the Britney self-titled record. Deep cut.
Really?
Second to last song on the record.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake background vocals.
I'll go next because that's my number 5. That's my number 5.
So leading in.
Love that song. I ride for that song. Number 4 is Circus.
Oh,
Okay, you're a
sorry.
circus queen.
It's Circus. Okay. It's so good. Like
Paul Kelly.
Like, think about the production. The production.
Yeah.
The backing vocals.
There's only 2 types of people in the world.
Yeah.
The ones that entertain.
And then the ones that observe.
Yes. Yeah. No, I do ride for that song. I get it. I thought about it for a second and I judged you for a second, and then I came to realize that I too actually am a circus stan.
Yeah, listen to it once and you're like, oh wait, yeah, I remember how incredible this is. Also, isn't it crazy that we're all people who entertain and people who observe?
We're both types of people. That is breaking the binary.
Number 3 is Break the Ice.
Oh, of course. That was one of my honorable mention.
And I remember there was that one part where, like, you know how everyone says that she like does like the baby voice or whatever?
Yeah.
I genuinely thought it was a little kid in one part where there's like a little backing vocal, and I remember thinking like, she get like her son to sing on this?
Sister.
Like I was so but like she nailed it. She just did like a character voice, and I just love that.
Sexy baby.
It adds to it.
Yeah.
And then the second one was Baby One More Time. Number 2, sure. Baby One More Time. I had it's my karaoke go-to. It's in my range as a boy. I had to do it. I had to hit him with the Baby One More Time.
Yeah, that's an alto's dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. And then the second one was Baby One More Time. Number 2, sure. Baby One More Time. I had it's my karaoke go-to. It's in my range as a boy. I had to do it. I had to hit him with the Baby One More Time.
Yeah, that's an alto's dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And then number 1, Femme Fatale, How I Roll.
Really?
Yes. Another Bonnie McKee genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 songs downloaded from Femme Fatale into my music on Spotify, and it's How I Roll and I Want to Go. So
love that. I have told Bonnie so many times, countless times, how much I love that song.
Yeah. No, she's an icon.
Favorite Britney Spears song. It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
Had to be done.
I get it.
And now let's go out on Ree's beautiful top 5 list, which I
want it.
She almost showed to me, and I said no.
Ree, don't you dare!
I'm gonna rapid fire my list. Number 5, 3.
Number 5, number 3.
3.
Okay,
love that.
Cannot believe.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
The one that might give you justice is Do You Want to Come Over?
Do You Want to Come Over?
That's number 4.
That's my number 4.
Do You Want to Come Over?
Wow.
Oh, love that.
Also, once you hear it, you will never unhear it. There is the sound of popping a can of like soda, I assume it's Diet Coke, in the song mixed into the production, and people never believe me until they hear it for themselves. And I'm like, what did
Okay.
I tell you?
I believe you. Yeah, you don't lie. You don't lie to me. I
And you
know.
can hear her hiccuping in the rest of the track.
You can. Oh my God.
Exactly.
I feel
She
seen.
burps at one point on the bridge. Crazy. Number 3, Lucky. She's so lucky.
Of
She's a star.
course.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Cry,
That's
cry,
correct.
cries.
Makes sense.
You know, Can't Make You Love Me is my number 2 because
Okay.
There we
she's that
go.
girl.
Again. I love those early songs in that record are so good.
It should have been a hit, and the fact that it wasn't a hit is still upsetting to me all these
Is
years
Can't
later.
Make You Love Me? Did we just do this? Is that a Max Martin song? Is this the
Oh,
one
it
we just
is.
looked up?
Well, hold on.
I think
it
it
a
is.
Max Martin?
I'm pretty confident it is.
It sounds so much like one.
It's got that like boom to it. Yeah.
Yeah, Max Martin, Andreas Carlson, and Christian London.
Yep. Mhm.
So the dream team.
5 big booms for that song.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 1 will forever and always be Oops. It's just Oops. Just Oops.
I get the
Oops.
energy. I love the energy of that song. Oops,
Mhm.
I did it again. Also, like, iconic. The Titanic bit.
Yeah.
But I thought the old lady dropped it into the ocean at the end. Like,
Well,
it's
she did.
crazy.
But I went down and got it for you.
Aw, you shouldn't have. Is crazy. Who invented talking on the track? You know, actually, who did was Ms. Janet Jackson said she's a talking on the track queen. I would like to honorable mention one song that probably should have made my top 5. I think when I stuttered on 3 for so long, it's because I was searching for this, but I will honorable mention her is Anticipating.
And yes. Oh, one of the best songs from that album.
I love that song. I love the Britney Spears Live in Las Vegas MGM special, the HBO special. I have in a DVD on our tour bus currently. Like I travel with her everywhere. It's one of the most seminal concerts and like life-changing. I burned through the DVD. I watched it so much in my childhood bedroom. And the number when they're in like the paper car, it's actually very like Katie coded now. It feels very like it's the most kind of, because she was so sexy and had a lot of like metallics and dark hair flipping, and she had the eyeliner. Like she was like sexy and rock and roll, but she didn't really give herself like time to be like cutie. And I feel like Anticipating was her like I'm a cutie little girl moment before she like stripped off all of her Anticipating outfit and it started raining. Do you know what I mean? It's like she really let us get cute and fun for a second, and so I love that energy on her.
But yeah, thank you so much for being on the show. It's always a pleasure having you.
Yes. Oh,
and I'm so excited to I'm gonna have to binge Hocus Pocus
to get ready
1 and
for
2 right
single 3.
before the song
I
comes
know
out.
it's giving Winifred Sanderson.
Thank you so much, Betty, for joining us. Thank you to Noah for the theme music, and thank you to Chris for editing this episode. You rock, Chris. Make sure to rate and review us on whatever podcast platform you're listening to us on right now. And we'll see you in the next one.